Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to ETU TV. Here we are at the ITU Triathlon European Premium Cup in Pontevedra in Galicia, a city that's ancient, that's fond of its music, fond of its culture, and now, in its second year of racing, very fond of triathlon. We start off with the women's race. First of all, we'll have a couple of interviews with some of the athletes before we move through to the swim start.
First, I hope that there's no rain because it's very difficult for me because of the cold, and if I can come along with these conditions, I think I can be very good in this race.
I think the most important in this race will be how the sport makes with your head, about thinking about not to be cold, and so I think it will be a hard race because of the conditions here.
We move now to the swim start. The swim is in a river. It's a tidal river, the River Lerez, and the athletes go down onto the pontoon in race ranking order. A clean start from a new pontoon, which has been provided by the Spanish Triathlon Federation. Very soon we see the two laps being covered by a breakaway. It's 13.8 degrees in the water this year, which is a little bit warmer than last year. The swimming is slightly against the current for the first part of the lap, as they go upstream towards a large turn, and then they come back down, exit the water, climb up the bank and back onto the pontoon. We'll pick out a couple of numbers there. We have Fladung, Pelejero and Knapp. That's Fladung from Germany, Pelejero from Spain and Knapp from Germany. But out in the front we see a very strong swim from Stalczynski from Germany, wearing number 37, and on her toes the race favourite, number 5, Vodičková from the Czech Republic. As you can see there, the athletes are spread out quite clearly, but it's choppy water out there and it's cold. A clean turn here with Stalczynski wearing 37 for Germany in the lead, and aiming to get on her toes to get the advantage of that draft in the swim will be Vodičková from the Czech Republic wearing number 5. As they pull away from the turn, you'll see that Stalczynski breaks away, pulls away, gets that little bit of distance between her and the chaser. We see a clear lead now. There's about 80 metres with Stalczynski and Vodičková in the lead. Stalczynski's first out of the water, up the steps. Now this is very difficult for the swimmers. The muscles are cold and they're now having to run up some steps, along, down onto the pontoon and straight back into the water. The women choose to enter the water quite close to the river's edge. We'll see a change in this later on in the race with the men as they choose to run further down the pontoon. Tactics, the flow of the river, this all counts for the advantages to be gained in the swim. Off they go, Stalczynski clearly leading now, with Vodičková on her toes, the race favourite lying comfortably in second place. Not many crowds out this morning, unfortunately. The rain is terrible. It's coming down, it's cold, it's windy, and the rain gets heavier as the swim finishes. Here they go, the swim has now finished. First out of the water wearing 37, racing into transition from Germany, Stalczynski. A nice, tidy transition area, with great support around from the crowds who are coming out now. More and more are coming out to see the racing. Vodičková, race favourite, comes out in second place, wearing arm warmers. We did advise the athletes there, it's going to be cold out on the bike, so please wrap up warm. The helmet's on, the helmet's fastened, and comfortably, Vodičková sets off to be first on the bike. A very clean, a very quick transition area. Just behind the transition area, that large orange tent, is a special warm area for the athletes in case there are any early stoppages due to the cold. Now the main pack comes out, climbing up the steps and setting off. Third place out of the swim there was Herridge from Great Britain, a good swim from her. She's a swim bike specialist, not known for her running. Moniz from Portugal, former European junior champion, strong cyclist, strong runner. So after the swim, 4 seconds behind is Vodičková, and then a good 30 to 40 seconds behind is the chase pack. Out onto the bike now. The bikes are mounted very cleanly onto the road, and off they set. It's a 6-lap bike course. Each lap is about 6.6k. The road surface is very good. The local municipality has been wonderful here. The roads are completely closed, the surface is good, it's a hilly and technical course. Very soon, Stavchinski and Vodichkova are working together at the front. What they'll want to do is to build a sufficient gap between them and the chase pack to make it a comfortable run when they get out onto the 10k. As they go across the bridge, you can see the old bridge of Pontevedra in the background, the new bridge there, wonderful piece of architecture, and this is the chase pack. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in there. Hopefully they'll be working together, taking care on the corners there, a bit slippery on the white on the road, but off they go. They're going to hopefully work together to try and catch up to the lead too. They know how fast Vodichkova is. She's shown extremely good performances so far this year. First at the first European Cup in Quartieri in Portugal, 6th in the World Cup in Rimini for the duathlon, and she's also podiumed a few times on the European circuit. Shouting there to the cameraman to get out of the way, they've now been joined up. The 7 have caught up with the lead too. Baslen is there, Kayla from Spain, strong swim from her. Stavchinski, the earlier swim leader, and Dmitrieva from Russia. Very powerful runner she is. We saw her perform not too well at the Dextro Energy World Championship Series in Tongyang, getting a 30th place, not particularly good, but nevertheless in this condition, hopefully she'll be able to pull away. Kristaiko, also showing there. They come in now for one of the 6 laps, I think this is the 4th lap. The weather is now drying up a little bit. For the first 3 laps on this course, the rain came down in biblical proportions. And here we see one of the earlier victims wearing number 45. This is Fatima Maestra. Unfortunately she skidded off but was immediately looked after by the race organisers. Off they go. This is the T2 coming up now. Again, the rain is now coming back. It's been coming and going all through the race, and the athletes are cold. As you see them coming in, look at Vodichkova. She's shivering as she comes in and racks the bike. And as Baslen goes out, Vodichkova will be first out on this. She's known for her fast transitions. There's no trouble this year with helmets being very cold. Baslen goes out, Kayla goes out, and Vodichkova, look at her feet. She's struggling. She can't feel her feet. It's terrible having to run 10k with your feet feeling as if they're blocks of ice. It's warmer than last year, but it's not as warm as it could be. And here's the chase group. One of the Galician athletes, Castro. Great support here from the Galician supporters. So as the athletes set out on the run, we have 15 seconds only separating the first 7 athletes. Now we set off onto the run. The run is a really beautiful run. The first lap is slightly longer, but then we have 4 equal laps. The officials are out there on the bike to make sure that the road in front is safe. Unfortunately, this particular official, 3 times he had a puncture, so that was the conditions out there. The rain continued to flow down. The run takes them through the ancient city of Pontevedra, and the mayor has kindly shut everything down. There's no traffic at all. In fact, over the last 10 years, he's developed this into a pedestrian centre. Ancient city, absolutely beautiful. But here we see Vodichkova and Moniz. We told you about Moniz earlier. She was a European champion in 2006, and she's racing strong. Will she be able to hold on to this lead? Vodichkova and Moniz appear to be pulling away, with Baslen from Germany suffering a little bit there, just disappearing off the back. Vodichkova seems to be finding her pace now and looking strong. There we see Moniz. Just behind her is Baslen, but at the front, Vodichkova from the Czech Republic, pulling away, and looking confident. Here we see a lead of, there's about 80 metres there, and one of the Galician athletes there, Castro, I think this is, yes, this is Castro. Great support there from the crowds again. Dmitrieva from Russia, having made her way through the pack, has now overtaken Baslen. But Vodichkova, smile on her face, the rain has just eased off a little bit. Here she is, crossing the finish line. She has taken the title at this, the Pontevedra ITU Triathlon European Premium Cup. 2 hours, just over 2 hours. Second place goes to Baslen, who's taken the second place back from Dmitrieva. Dmitrieva looking a little bit cold here, but nevertheless coming through to comfortably finish in 3rd place. Immediately looked after by the race organisers, space blankets provided to keep them warm. And a great finish here from Castro, the Galician Spanish athlete. Quite a way down the pack, but a big smile to finish.
It was really hard race, not only because of the course, but also because of the weather conditions. So I was really happy to go to the transition and go only the run. It was not so dangerous, but it was really difficult to run because the whole body was frozen. But now I feel really good and I'm happy.
Yeah, it was a cool race. It was, I just felt good in swimming, biking and then running. It was a perfect race.
Dmitrieva's English is not too strong, but what she said is it's a beautiful competition. It was a little bit too cold and there was so much rain, but she's very, very pleased with her third place. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. 1, 2, 3 down to 10 for the ITU Triathlon Premium European Cup here in Pontevedra. Now the presentation takes place this year outside because miraculously the rain did stop just long enough. There are many people out to see this. The stadium was given over to 2 huge grandstands and they were full. And the pre-race favourite takes first place. Now, how does this affect the rankings? Well, after 2 races we see Vodichkova leading, Pristajko in second place, and in third place Birgit Karlsberg, who wasn't racing here today.